Hello everyone and welcome to the Ayrshire Health and Key Workers Awards, sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association, right here at the gorgeous Waterside Hotel in beautiful Ayrshire. Look at it. I'll see you up there.
I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I seem so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved and I've kept on moving. I've proven points I needed proving. I've lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. I've kissed the ladies and let them crying. I've stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've travelled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. So let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't raise any higher. They've withered, now they've gone. And I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow. With the hands are shaking and the kisses flown, now I will disappear. So let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. 'Cause Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Yes, Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
So here we are, we're outside the beautiful Waterside Hotel, out in its gardens. We thought on this gorgeous and, face it, frankly, beautiful Ayrshire day, we thought, let's treat ourselves and do this outside. Now, I'm Billy Kirkwood. Relax, I've never heard of me either, but I am delighted to be your host for tonight's celebration of the inspirational and amazing people within your local community. And let's be honest, we should absolutely be embracing every single reason to celebrate the good things at the moment. Now, I know this is going to be a really fantastic evening, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Now, wow, what a year it's been, and tonight we're here to pay tribute to our health and key worker professionals. First off, let me say thank you to you, our amazing sponsors, Cunningham Housing Association, Northern Carpets and Beds, Artifahti, Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms, Sovereign Credit Union, Billy Bowie Special Projects, Ayrshire, the Bathroom Company Glasgow and Thistle Help. Also, a big thanks to the fantastic Kieran Sinclair for providing the music throughout our tribute, and he'll be providing some more live music later on this evening. Now, it's been over a year since coronavirus sent the country into national lockdown, which seems bonkers. And throughout this time, your local papers, the Ardrossan and Saltcoats Herald, Ayr Advertiser Series, Cumnock Chronicle, Irvine Times, Largs and Millport Weekly News have shared their multiple stories of your loyal health and care professionals who have gone that extra mile. And what absolute superstars they are. Now, we wish you could have joined us here at the waterside, but whilst our seats are empty, our hearts are full and we celebrate you and our incredible local heroes. All of you are at the heart of the community, and because of this, our judges have had such a difficult task on their hands. To quote the judging panel, every single person or team which had been submitted for appraisal within these sectors deserved to be winners, and separating them was emotional and difficult, yet fulfilling. Now, I promised you a fantastic evening, and that is exactly what we're going to give you. We really hope you enjoy our virtual awards event. We have got so much in store for you, from special guests and live music, and of course, finding out who our 2021 Health and Key Worker Award winners are. Make sure you get involved by spreading the word and sharing your pictures using the hashtag Ayrshire Health Heroes. I know you're in your houses, but go on, get a wee selfie, go on and get involved. You know you want to. Right, before we get started the awards, we've got a couple of people who would like to say a few words. Let's take a look.
Good evening everyone, and welcome to the first Ayrshire Health and Key Workers Awards. These last few months have been extremely difficult, but have also brought out the very best in our communities. Unsung heroes have sprung up everywhere, and that is why these awards are so important. They shine a spotlight on these superstars and allow us to recognise and to thank them for their efforts. As always with these things, we couldn't stage them without the help and the support of the community. Thanks to everyone who nominated and made the judges' job so incredibly tough, and a huge thanks to our sponsors, to Billy Bowie Special Projects, Northern Carpets and Beds, Artifahti, Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms, Sovereign Credit Union, Ayrshire, the Bathroom Company Glasgow and Thistle Help, as well as our headline sponsor, Cunningham Housing Association. I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our judges, to Frank Sweeney, the Group Chief Executive Officer of Cunningham Housing Association, to Val Russell, the Chief Executive of Ayrshire Chamber, to Councillor Jim Montgomery from North Ayrshire Council, and to Neil Smith, Content Editor at Ayrshire Weekly Press. I would also like to thank the Waterside Hotel in West Kilbride for allowing us to use their beautiful setting for our filming. I hope you enjoy the event, hearing from our remarkable winners and the fantastic entertainment we have lined up for you from Ayrshire's very own Kieran Sinclair. Now, over to our headline sponsor, Frank Sweeney from Cunningham Housing Association.
Cunningham Housing Association are delighted to sponsor the Ayrshire Health and Key Workers Awards here at this virtual ceremony at the Waterside Hotel in Ardrossan. The last year has seen us all living through tough restrictions around the ongoing pandemic, and it is great to be associated with these awards that celebrate our key workers in the community and fits perfectly with the Association's ongoing mission to be more than just a landlord, making your communities better places. And no one has shown this more than the individuals and services nominated for these awards. Our key workers play a huge role in community at the best of times in working with the vulnerable and keeping people safe. During the pandemic, they have shown innovation and courage in the continued delivery of key services to our communities and those who need it most, despite the restrictions imposed on all of us. Our sponsorship of these awards is our small way of expressing our thanks to our local heroes. We have all seen the sad news each day on continued restrictions and devastation that the spread of the virus has caused globally. However, these awards are a celebration and recognition to those in our very own communities who sometimes at personal risk continue to deliver ongoing support where and when it was needed. We wish you all well and thank you all for your continued support to those most in need in Ayrshire's communities. And on behalf of Cunningham Housing Association, I'd like to wish the best of luck to all of the nominees. You are all deserving of recognition.
Thank you, Paul and Frank. Okay, let's get started. First up is the Delivery Driver and Retail Worker Award, sponsored by Billy Bowie Special Projects. Let's take a little look at the nominations.
Delivery Driver Retail Worker Award. Sponsored by Billy Bowie Special Projects Limited. Gwen Chenoweth. Gwen is a dedicated staff member at Morrison's Ayr store. She's always first to help customers with a pleasant manner and beaming smile. Working tirelessly in a hectic environment, she always keeps her cool. Asda Girvan Front End Team. Throughout the pandemic, every single one of the team worked extraordinarily hard with smiles on their faces. They not only supported the public, they have supported each other, and if anything, it has brought them all closer together. They have given outstanding service during the pandemic. Andrew Mcleish, aka Wingnut. Andrew is a key lorry driver, keeping shop shelves stocked by transporting goods up and down the country, as well as in and out of Europe. He's had to spend a long time away from his family to ensure supplies reach stores, taking numerous COVID tests to keep everyone safe, all the while with a smile on his face. Delivery Driver Retail Worker Award, sponsored by Billy Bowie Special Projects Limited.
Wow, what a fantastic lineup of finalists to kick off our awards night, wouldn't you say? Here to present the award is Fiona Ashbridge from Billy Bowie Special Projects. Fiona.
Thanks, Billy. We at Billy Bowie Special Projects are delighted to sponsor the Delivery Driver and Retail Worker Award to acknowledge the invaluable contribution made by the dedicated drivers and retail staff who ensured supplies reached the shelves. A sector often unrecognised for valiant efforts, they kept the supply chain going and ensured people were able to source essential and non-essential products throughout the pandemic. I'm delighted to announce the winner is Andrew Mcleish.
OMG, put up for an award for going to your work? Rest my case. Priceless, guys, priceless. Thanks very much for putting me in this position. And if I was to win this award, I'd be so grateful for it. It'd be unbelievable. It just goes to show the time I've sacrificed away from home. For the past 27 years, it's nice to be rewarded. And listen, thanks very much, guys. I cannot put any words. I don't spend a lot of time with people. I'm away all the time in a lorry. So it's nice to know that I'm not actually an afterthought. So thanks very much.
On your cell, Andrew Mcleish, congratulations. Right, up next is the Healthcare Team Award, sponsored by Northern Carpets and Beds. Let's take a wee look at the finalists.
Healthcare Team Award. Sponsored by Northern Carpets and Beds. Caledonia Care Home. The staff at Caledonia Care Home have shown outstanding care and dedication working throughout this pandemic as their residents have struggled through it. Sadly, losing much loved residents to the coronavirus has been very difficult, but they've all supported each other, as well as the remaining residents, when morale has been low and they've been unable to see their families. District Nurses, Largs. The service the nursing team at Largs Health Centre provided was more than healthcare. It provided a bit of human contact and a wee laugh and positivity with every visit. Their work was vital to the Largs community, as people in need of medical help also got a friendly visit, which was invaluable during the lockdown. Garnok Valley District Nurses. The Garnok Valley District Nurses team provided a human face during the pandemic, helping whole families through a horrific time, providing end-of-life care for patients in their own homes with the least amount of pain and distress possible for the patient and family during the difficult conditions placed on them. Healthcare Team Award, sponsored by Northern Carpets and Beds.
Congratulations to all of you, another tough category to judge, no doubt. To make the presentation, please welcome back Managing Editor Paul Fisher on behalf of Northern Carpets and Beds.
On behalf of Northern Carpets and Beds, I am delighted to present the Healthcare Team Award. This category recognises all of the amazing teams who work together to improve patient care and well-being. We receive nominations from across the healthcare sectors, from local hospitals to dental surgeries and everywhere in between. Our finalists demonstrate the impact made on local communities with extremely efficient team working, strong communication and the ability to work across organisational boundaries. And the winner is the District Nurses from Largs Health Centre.
As District Nurses out caring for patients in the community, we would feel honoured to win this award as we have worked relentlessly during this pandemic. It would make us all so happy. Hooray!
Yes, a massive well done and congratulations to the District Nurses from Largs Health Centre. Okay, moving on to the third award this evening, the Care Home Worker of the Year Award, sponsored by Artifahti. Here are our finalists.
Care Home Worker of the Year Award, sponsored by Artifahti. Ellen Loughran. North Ayrshire Council employee Ellen gave tremendous care during the pandemic, working lots of overtime as well as looking after her dad and pregnant daughter. She set out to ensure the community got the care and help they needed during these tough times and is a great inspiration to others. Louise Saunders. Louise works at Spring Hill Care Home in Kilmarnock. When care home visits were curtailed due to lockdown, team leader Louise arranged near daily WhatsApp video calls so that patients with dementia wouldn't forget their families. She and her colleagues have ensured families have been able to maintain quality contact with their vulnerable loved ones and even nursed patients with COVID when she herself had caught it to ensure their well-being. Jodie Thornton. Jodie has been nominated for having the biggest heart and passion for her job at North Ayrshire Council. She ensures her service users are well taken care of, going above and beyond on many occasions, and delivering the very best care. She listens to her patients and builds up relationships with their families to keep them informed. All the while she's raising a young family of her own. Care Home Worker of the Year Award, sponsored by Artifahti.
Congratulations to all of you, a worthy lineup. To tell us who our winner is, please welcome Eddie Patterson from Artifahti.
Thank you. Artifahti are delighted to sponsor the Care Home Worker of the Year Award. We recognise the invaluable contribution that individual care home workers have made to their patients' lives as they strive to improve, develop and enhance the delivery of nursing care in care homes. Our finalists have demonstrated outstanding levels of commitment to care, putting the people they care for at the heart of what they do. And the winner is Louise Saunders.
It would be an absolute honour to win the Ayrshire and Health Key Worker Awards 2021, not only for myself but for my colleagues who are working extremely hard during this pandemic. I strive to provide a happy and positive environment for those in my care, and this award would be a great recognition of this.
Get in, Louise, well done. All right, we've taken a little wander down from the waterside here to the beach because we're going to see, clock's ticking, how long is it till Billy gets sunburned? I'm not even wearing a watch. All right, okay, our next award is the Nurse of the Year Award, sponsored by Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms. Here are your finalists.
Nurse of the Year Award. Sponsored by Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms. Tricia Bulman. Tricia is a nurse in the community for North Ayrshire Council. Throughout the pandemic, she took on extra hours to help her vulnerable clients through this frightening time. On top of their care and medical needs, she did their shopping, kept them company, and generally went above and beyond. Many of her clients throughout the year were saved by her ability to detect early symptoms, which gave them a better chance of survival. Out with nursing, she is studying to become a paramedic. Kimberly Curry. Kimberly is a staff nurse at Crosshouse CCU. During the pandemic, she was doing extra shifts while also looking after her husband while he shielded. She was there for people in their last moments when family were not allowed to be with their loved ones. She lifted the spirits of patients and staff and is a way of cheering people up when it's most needed. Natalie Macleod. Natalie has worked tirelessly at the COVID hub at Crosshouse Hospital, and now she's helping to manage all the mass units for the COVID vaccinations. Normally, Natalie works in a GP practice, but is on secondment just now to manage these clinics, and she is doing a fantastic job. Her duty of care is outstanding and she continues to help in her current role. Nurse of the Year Award. Sponsored by Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms.
Some fantastic finalists there. To announce the winner, please welcome Wendy McKinney from Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms. Wendy.
Thanks very much, Billy. Inspired Vision Bathrooms and Wet Rooms are delighted to sponsor the Nurse of the Year category. This award goes to the healthcare professional who has shown a creative and caring approach to their work during these stressful times. Our finalists have shown outstanding levels of commitment and patient care and put their patients at the heart of what they do. And the deserving winner is Natalie Macleod.
To hear that I've been nominated for an award makes me feel extremely pleased and happy. To know that anybody is recognising how hard not only myself but the full mass vaccination team are working every single day to provide Ayrshire with these vaccines just makes me want to smile, and actually when the bad days are there, this makes it so much better. Thank you.
Smashed it, Natalie. Next up is the Mental Health Award, sponsored by Sovereign Credit Union. let's take a little look at our finalists.
Mental Health Award. Sponsored by Sovereign Credit Union. Olive Kennedy. Olive set out to ensure people were getting the support they needed to maintain their mental well-being. She established a range of supports and groups that brought people together to minimise the impact of social isolation due to lockdown and encouraged peer support. She was also key in minimising risk to a number of particularly vulnerable people with a can-do attitude, care and compassion. Michelle Trainor. Michelle is a community link worker covering Largs and Millport. By day, Michelle works within Brooksby and Millport surgeries. She works closely with groups and organisations within the community, ensuring the community has the best support. In June 2019, Michelle and Josh Clark opened a mental health and wellbeing group, Opening the Shutters, a peer-to-peer support group for people suffering from mental health. Michelle works with the Food Bank and Morrison's to make sure the most vulnerable people have food. She aims to help the fight to reduce the associated stigma, promoting reach out for help and letting people know it's okay not to be okay. Wellington Mental Health and Wellness Trust. Roseanne and her company Ayrshire Medical Services have done extraordinary work to set up 2 mental health talking groups, Andy's Man Club and Matters for Mary. They set out to offer accessible services for mental health through talking therapy. Matters for Mary was due to personal tragedy, with Roseanne losing her sister to suicide. She has a passion for helping others and is a qualified adult nurse herself. Mental Health Award. Sponsored by Sovereign Credit Union.
An incredible lineup of finalists there. To announce our winner for this award, please welcome John Marshall, Director of Sovereign Credit Union. John, let's have you.
Thanks, Billy. Sovereign Credit Union are proud to sponsor the Mental Health Award, which recognises the departments and individual carers, nurses and doctors who specialise in the care and treatment of mental health in Ayrshire. Good mental health is now recognised as a vital component to good overall health, and our finalists have demonstrated excellent care and support in this sector. And the winner is Michelle Trainor.
I was asked how I would feel about winning the Mental Health Award, and can already say that I already feel like a winner. The fact that somebody has taken the time to nominate me means that I've obviously made an impact in their life, hopefully for the better. I'm very passionate about mental health, and one of the big things that I try to do through my job and through the voluntary work that I do within the support group is make sure that we try and end the stigma and that it's okay not to be okay. So thank you very, very much for who nominated me. It means the world.
Well done, a worthy winner, Michelle, congratulations. Okay, next up is the Champion Charity Award, sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association. Who are the nominees? Let's take a look.
Champion Charity Award. Sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association. Beautiful Inside and Out. Polly Moriarty set up the charity in 2014 after losing her beautiful 13-year-old daughter Jenna to suicide. Pauline was determined to fill the gaps in the system that they as a family had found. The charity has funded counselling for many people. There are no waiting lists, support is immediate and it's accessible to anyone of any age with no barriers, including financial. This can be the difference between life and death. Julia Gray and volunteers, Whitley's Centre. Julia Gray and her team of volunteers at the Whitley Centre in Ardrossan have worked tirelessly for the community, providing cooked meals to anyone who is in need of it. They also opened a food larder. At Christmas and Easter, they love to dress up as Santa and the Easter Bunny to provide toys and deliver food to the elderly and families in need. Julia and her team of volunteers have been a shining light in their local community. 360. 360 is a mental health charity based in Ayr and supports people across South Ayrshire. People were struggling with the impact of COVID, and so a walk and talk service was created. This provided one-to-one support, a mental well-being chat and time to get active in the community, whilst ensuring people stayed connected. This was later developed into a group walking programme as restrictions eased. 360 also took support online and via Zoom delivered a men's group, family live baking and online rest and relaxation. Champion Charity Award, sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association.
Some wonderful and inspiring stories there amongst our finalists, I'm sure you'll agree. Now, to tell us our winner, it's a big moment, we've got him. It's Frank Sweeney, Group Chief Executive Officer of Cunningham Housing Association. On yourself, Frank!
Thanks, Billy, for that fantastic handover. Great comments. I'll make sure the £20 is in the post tomorrow morning. Thanks. Cunningham Housing Association knows only too well the hard work and dedication required to set up, manage and staff a charity. CHA knows this because it itself is a registered Scottish charity. Ayrshire communities are full of great examples, and the association has played its role in the support and delivery of charities in Ayrshire. Community depends on charity and those who step up to deliver them. Their impact has been particularly felt during the pandemic. We are very proud to sponsor this award and thank everyone involved in making our communities better places. Good luck to all the nominees. And the winner is Julia Gray and volunteers at the Whitley Centre in Ardrossan. Absolutely brilliant. Well done guys.
We're here at the Whitley Centre and we'd love to win this award for all the volunteers that worked all through the COVID.
Brilliant. Congratulations to Julia Gray and the volunteers at Whitley Centre. Now, our next award is for the Key Worker of the Year, sponsored by Ayrshire. Let's hear some more about the finalists.
Key Worker of the Year Award. Sponsored by Ayrshire. Christopher Beatty. Christopher, like many, has worked incredibly hard throughout this pandemic. At times he has single-handedly kept minibuses on the road. Despite his young age, he has proved himself to be an amazing electrician, solving problems others struggled with. Working on the community buses has kept transport going for all of the other key workers too. Donna Fitzpatrick. Donna works for the Fullerton Community Organisation in Irvine. During lockdown, Donna arranged for teams of volunteers to deliver groceries, prescriptions and hot meals and ensure that those who were socially isolated received some company and a smile. Most recently, Donna has been instrumental in setting up a food co-op to feed the local community with dignity and is driving forward systemic changes in how poverty is dealt with in Ayrshire. Raj Sapkota. Raj from the Irvine Late Shop was first to start free deliveries to the elderly and vulnerable within the town to ensure that those isolating still had contact with others. The shop was the only store that managed to source hand gels and gave out free refills. Raj set up a drop-in centre for food bank and essential items that people were struggling to get during lockdown. Key Worker of the Year Award, sponsored by Ayrshire.
Even more inspiring individuals in this category. Now, to tell us our winner, on behalf of Ayrshire, please welcome back Managing Editor Paul Fisher. Paul.
Thanks, Billy. I'm happy to represent Ayrshire and help present the Key Worker Award. Where would we be without the key workers who were at the front line day after day to ensure our needs were met during the pandemic? This award recognises the many key workers across the area who worked throughout lockdown to help keep Ayrshire moving. We were inundated with nominations for outstanding key workers, and it was a very difficult choice to narrow down these to 3 finalists. And now, the winner for the Key Worker Award. The winner is Donna Fitzpatrick.
I'm extremely grateful and humbled that somebody would think of me, but if I won this award, it would mean the world, not just to me, but for winning it for behalf of our team, because it is a team effort.
Amazing, well done, and congratulations to Donna. Right, we've moved up a little closer to the water side. That's real right enough. Okay, next up we have our volunteer award sponsored by the Bathroom Company Glasgow. Let's hear more about some of these unsung heroes.
Volunteer Award, sponsored by the Bathroom Company Glasgow. Donna Fitzpatrick. Donna is a true community champion. Just when we thought she could do no more in the Fullerton area of Irvine, COVID hit, and she pulled even more care for the community out of her already very busy hat. She is an inspiration and gives all of her free time to the local area. Donna achieves all of these fantastic outcomes for the local community while running her own business and caring for her family. Niren Mcdonald. Niren battles his own mental health and disabilities every day, and lockdown was a really hard time for him, but he put it to one side when he saw his community needed help and volunteered at the Kilwinning Locality Hub, where he has delivered hundreds of vital prescriptions to people who are isolating, shielding or ill. Taking time to care for others helped him overcome his mental health crisis. Whitley's Community Centre. The staff at the Whitley's Community Centre in Ardrossan have kept the local community going throughout the pandemic, delivering meals to people in need and making sure nobody goes without. They've also started the Community Larder, which allows people to buy shopping for an affordable price. Volunteer Award, sponsored by the Bathroom Company Glasgow.
Some very deserving finalists indeed. To reveal our winner, please welcome Jennifer Bremner from the Bathroom Company Glasgow. Jennifer.
Thanks, Billy. The Bathroom Company Glasgow is proud to sponsor the Volunteer Award, which will honour an individual or group voluntary effort. All of our finalists have shown great strength and skill throughout the pandemic, making a real difference to everyday life in Ayrshire by giving up their time to help others. I'm so pleased to announce that the winner is Niren Mcdonald.
To be recognised for an award is really humbling. You don't do community volunteering for the recognition, and just doing my bit during the pandemic really helped me keep my mental health on track. But I want to use this opportunity to pay tribute to the real heroes of the pandemic, the members of our communities. From Butcher Hill to Girdle Toe to Pennyburn and Whitehurst, right across North Ayrshire, communities came together, supported each other and helped each other. So I'd like to dedicate this to every member of our community and all our communities who helped us all through this pandemic.
Brilliant, Niren, fantastic. And well done again to all our finalists this evening. So, we're getting close to the end now and moving on to our penultimate award tonight, which is the Young Carer Award, sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association. Here are the youngsters up for the award.
Young Carer of the Year Award. Sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association. Olivia Hunt. This amazing 14-year-old cares for her 12-year-old sister, who is autistic and has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which means she's in pain all day and has mobility problems. Having moved to Ayrshire from England in August 2019, Olivia was just settling into her new surroundings when the pandemic hit. When her mum suffered a stroke, Olivia found she had even more to do at home. She helps her sister even though her own mental health isn't great. Somehow she copes. Niren Mcdonald. Niren was determined to help others during the pandemic, despite grieving for a family member lost just before and another lost to COVID. He worked with the Clewinning locality hub, delivering hundreds of prescriptions, even offering to do emergency ones as well as weekly meds, COVID-positive patients' medication, and when needed, food parcels. Riley O'Hara. Riley has helped look after and support his dad, who was diagnosed with incurable cancer, which has resulted in a broken back and really poor mobility. Since his diagnosis in September, Riley has been an absolute star. He's only 10 years old, and as well as keeping up to date with all his schoolwork at home because he was shielding, he's managed to be his dad's support throughout the last 9 months. Riley is doing an 80-mile cycle with his auntie and a few others to contribute to a fundraiser to help with the adaptations of his family home to make it more accessible for his dad. Riley looks after his dad so his mum can go shopping or to appointments. He brings his dad's dinner through for him and clears up after him, and sometimes helps get his bath ready. Riley has auditory neuropathy and knows his dad can't get upstairs, so he makes sure his dad's always able to get his attention. Young Carer of the Year Award. Sponsored by Cunningham Housing Association.
To make the presentation, please welcome back Frank Sweeney from Cunningham Housing Association. Frank, you were fantastic earlier. Let's have you again.
Thanks, Billy, for that wonderful handover. Most appreciated. This particular award is an award Cunningham Housing Association are very proud to present. Carers play a huge role in our communities, and young carers in particular deserve special recognition. Young people have a tough enough time making that adjustment from child to adult and the added pressure of education. Added to this, the responsibility of someone else's care, and you can understand why this award is so important in recognising the selflessness at a time when most young adults don't give it a second thought. Good luck to all the nominees, and I must say, very high calibre. And thank you for the huge contribution you make to our community every single day. And it gives me great pleasure to announce the winner, and that is Riley O'Hara. Well done. Great.
Hi, my name is Riley and I'm 10 years old. My dad's got cancer and a broken back, so I help him to the toilet, up, down the stairs, to get him a drink of water. I do it because it's the right thing to do and I want to. If I was to win an award because of that, it would be absolutely amazing. So thank you.
a massive congratulations to you, young Riley. You're an absolute treasure and a credit to us all. So now it's time for our final award, and it's the Outstanding Achievement Award, sponsored by Thistle Help. To help make the presentation, please welcome George Ruddick, Managing Director, and Laura Hayes, Director and Company Secretary of Thistle Help.
Thank you. Thistle Help are delighted to be associated with the Ayrshire Health and Key Workers Awards 2021. During the toughest of times, our worthy winner showed tremendous strength and courage to overcome his own mental health issues and disabilities to serve his local community. He set aside his own battles to volunteer at the Kilwinning Locality Hub, delivering hundreds of vital prescriptions to those who were isolating, shielding or ill. His amazing commitment inspired other volunteers to come forward, and he worked without asking for praise or thanks, inspiring others with his determination, selflessness and honesty. All too often, he goes far beyond any expectations and never complains. Our judges decided he was therefore a worthy recipient of our first Ayrshire Health and Key Worker Awards Outstanding Achievement Honour. Ladies and gentlemen, Niren Mcdonald.
Volunteering during the pandemic, it was really a two-way street. I got something out of it and I was able to do something for my community. So at the start of the pandemic, when Boris made that speech about that loads of people will die, it really threw me. It really affected my mental health. It threw me into a spiral of depression and anxiety that I really thought I had under control. So it put me off. So when that volunteering opportunity came through, when the council put out their call to arms, I volunteered. And throughout the pandemic, me alongside my little brother and a group of amazing volunteers in my locality delivered prescriptions to some of our most vulnerable, also sometimes food, and then also helped out with emergencies, whether it be food or prescriptions or anything else that was required. But it really got into a routine of the same days each week we were called to deliver to the same people. So what I got out of that was I got to know these people. Sometimes I was the only contact they saw that week because they were shielding or they didn't have family nearby. So we began building relationships with these people and began to really care about them. But volunteering in that way, having that sense of meaning to what I was doing during the pandemic, it helped me get my mental health back under control. It helped me put into check my anxiety and my depression and gave me a purpose. And honestly, I can honestly say, without that purpose, I do not know how I would have got through the pandemic. It was such a rewarding experience and it really helped me. But I know I also managed to help some people within my community.
Wonderful, congratulations, Niren. Well, that is almost a wrap. But before I go, I'd like to take the opportunity to offer praise to all the local people of Ayrshire. It is all of you in the audience who make the community a better place, and we thank you for your determination and commitment, especially in what has been an incredibly tough year. Now, over a year ago, our local communities took to their front doorsteps every week to clap in appreciation of our glorious NHS. And tonight we ask you to join us once again in showing our continued support and thanks to all of the local heroes by joining us in one more round of applause.
O flower of Scotland, when will we see your lights again? That fought a night for your wee bit hill and glen that stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again. The hills are bare now and autumn leaves lie thick and still, for the land that is lost now which though so dearly held and stood against proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again. O flower of Scotland, when will we see your lights again? That fought and died for your wee bit hill and glen that stood against him. Proud Edward's army, and sent him homeward to think again, and sent him homeward to think again.
Tonight would have not been possible without the tremendous support from all our sponsors: Cunningham Housing Association, Artifahti, Billy Bowie Special Projects, Ayrshire, Inspired Vision Bathroom and Wet Rooms, Northern Carpets and Beds, Sovereign Credit Union, the Bathroom Company Glasgow, and Thistle Help Limited. Full coverage of all our winners and finalists will be available in the Ardrossan and Saltcoats Herald, Ayr Advertiser Series, Garnok Chronicle, Irvine Times and Largs and Millport Weekly News very soon. So be sure to pick up your copy. Now, to play us out and bring tonight's awards to a close, we have the fantastic Kieran Sinclair. But from me, Billy Kirkwood at the Waterside Hotel, thank you and good night.